chip away, and they have a lot of zone control, as you also highlighted, Flower. So contesting objectives, play around these neutrals is where I expect to see BLG be the most action-packed. And as we said at the start of this series, stacked wave, they're looking for the dive.
All right, let's see it. Remember, Maokai can drop the aggro if he needs to, but it's not even going to be the point. They engage, the dive goes out, but they don't have the damage. Shun is low, Elk is low, but he's got the first blood, and they take. Doran going to shove Bin back up in the top side. Meanwhile, mid, it's Chovy under pressure. Shun and Yagao finding some damage, but now things are going to turn around as Chovy applies the ulti, and Shun's in trouble with a flash follow-up coming out from Peanut. Shun down to 100 HP. He's taken out.
GENG, good target focus, but BLG, they're not done yet.
Yeah, Yagao rides the wall in, and Peanut's going to be the target. Remember, he already used the flash to make the play in mid. And does have the ulti available on the Zeri, immediately popping that one. The Xayah goes up into the air. Peanut and Pays get it done. Peanut's going to get away before that last turn.
If they can get into position, here comes the TP from Chovy. It's going to be that bot lane tower.
Yep, Chovy had to TP to it. Remember, the teleport was not unleashed just yet, so he does have to still walk his way over here a little bit. Doran goes in. The Dragon's going to be claimed by Shun on the side of BLG. Delight is taken low, but he gets himself back out, but it's Peanut under pressure. It's Peanut down, and Doran's not going to be able to secure a kill into Elk back. Meanwhile, Pays goes up into the air. The feathers fly, but GENG has to run. Elk surfs over the wall. Zap! And he grabs a
and are able to actually win the fight as well here. Nicely done by Yagao, really making it difficult for Peanut to enter.
Oh, Bin thought he might have been able to grab the kill on Pays, but unfortunately for him, it's close.
Hang on, there will definitely be a fight here. Shun.
They go in, they want to find Doran here at the very beginning. They lock him down, but they can't quite kill him just yet. BLG pop the top laner. To the Rift Herald pit, back to the objective. GENG and Peanut still hanging around. Smite available on both junglers. Chovy goes over the wall, here with a claw, looking to find his way in here. Yagao throwing out a little bit of damage. Seismic shove back onto Chovy, who already used the ult aggressively. Chovy's in danger. Elk is popping off. He's not going to grab the damage, and Pays goes in. Elk kills him instead. 80 carries traded back and forth, but GENG are struggling here in the fight. BLG turning it right back around. Some Portal combat goes the way of all.
To play that game. And you can see how confident they are. Yagao gets a nice stun onto Doran, but Yagao underneath the turret.
This is
He's
trouble
dead.
for Yagao. Doran should pick this one up, no problem.
Oh, he missed!
Getting away, no! No, Doran messed it up, and BLG get the kill.
A strong early game performance and dominating in the fights. They're looking for another.
Chovy gets stunned up. He can't take the claw out. The Lyssandra's about to melt as BLG continue to push forward, and Chovy's the first one to die. Now the aggro shifts over onto Doran with Shun leading the charge. They bring in the wall thanks to Yagao, and Peanut is stuck on the wrong side. He'll be thrown back too. Elf grabs another. 3 dead bodies in GENG. Everybody expected them to be the ones with the edge. Now they've got manpower in mid, trying to force down this tier 1 turret.
Here
but
comes
a teleport's
Bin.
coming in, and Nature's Grasp is flying out. Bin is teleported, but he's in the middle of everybody. He's trying to buy some time. He's going to be killed. Chovy's wasting the time of his opponents. It'll be a 1-for-1 trade, but Bin is worth. Aggro still maintained, 4,000 HP, resetting back up to about 6K. BLG still maintaining pressure on the objective. Bin jumps forward, looking at Peanut, goes into the counter-strike, now activating the stopwatch. Baron's gonna go down, and BLG got it. Chovy gets away over the wall, but he's barely got any HP left. GENG are running for the hills as Yagao goes forward and forces out the ulti from Pays. BLG, look, and out flashes in. Health bars are critically low, and Pays is critically dead. BLG are running them all down. 4 men in the dirt. Only Delight still stands.
On the map and march on the Nexus for game number 1.
We needed to see that aggro out of BLG. We needed to see ferocity out of these guys to go head-to-head with GENG, and that's exactly what we got here in game number 1. They will bulldoze the base, take the first game, and lead this series.
I think defying many expectations playing into, I think BLG are very happy. Admittedly, BLG's composition is very much about getting in front of your face, closing that gap. You have short range in the form of Gwen, who wants to have.
But we got to remember who they're staring down across the rift, because GENG is a ferocious squad to have to fight. Shun coming in here looking for the dive onto Chovy. The charm flies out, but it missed. They get the damage anyway. The max range instant 1-2 proc on the Q as On has to try to get away from the
2-3 full waves the Elk would lose, so BLG are not willing to have that happen. Bin trading well on that top side. But yeah, I mean, it was Delight that started it all up. Bin
Oh, he flashed in! Bin puts him in the bin! Throws him away! Light making the rotation up as Jovi drops the ulti here on Yagao. That bear is so obnoxious. Tibbers does so much damage if it sticks around. Meanwhile, 3v3 now here in the river. Peanut jumping in, looking to go after these guys. On, trying to disengage. Shun and Yagao need to do the same. On is gonna drop! And it's Jovi getting the first kill of the game for Gen.
If he's gonna be able to make good on it.
Looking for a play top.
All right. Ben could be in some trouble here, trying to fight it off in a 1v2, but so much burst from Peanut and from Doran. I don't know what the flat,
but can still have a huge impact in the fights. Yagao ults over.
BLG looking for their moment here in the mid lane, but they won't find a damn thing. Peanut's ready for the follow-up, throws Yagao up into the air. A lot of burst coming down from GENG. Doran's got the kill on, and Shun barely survives. Doran's taken low. Ben jumps into the middle of everybody, but now he's got to retreat because GENG's able to turn around, and Delight finds the kill. Yagao and Shun.
How they play the map, their lane assignments. Chovy wasn't prepared for this.
Chovy in some trouble as Shun initiates. There's the 1-2 punch of Vi and one of her lane. Keep your eyes on the Braum to block it. Yagao coming around on the flank, but he's spotted out, marked by Peanut. The Drake at about 10,000 HP. Peanut used the smite to pop the Banshee's Veil on Yagao.
It's fine.
He has a second charge.
Yeah, it should be fine. It should be back up. I was very concerned initially there, but it's okay. Dragon gets to 4K.
They're going in. Chovy wants to lead the way. The Drake is down to 3,000 as Chovy goes into the zone, used to protect himself for a little bit, and Tibbers has dropped once more. Now it's taken out, but Yagao is down. Pays grabs the kill, and GENG have already run the fight. Peanut's going to chase down Elk, and the Jinx has no way home. Delight jumps over the wall with the Abyssal Dive, and on to the next target. Gobble, gobble. There goes On, and he's just more food for Pays. GENG get 3, and they'll get themselves a soul point as well. I think Baron might be next.
I guess they didn't want to overcommit to that play, even if the charm did connect. You can see a bit of trading back and forth in bot lane, but Peanut has his eyes on Elk.
Jumps in. On decides to drop the Glacial Fissure, and now they're going to find some damage onto Peanut. They follow it up with Shun. They get the shutdown on the enemy jungler, and On's backing away, trying to escape from Tibbers. Pays is behind. Winter's Bite is there, and Ben's coming around. Snip, snip. They force him to go gold, and they shut him down with Ben. The rockets are flying, and GENG's dying. Delight hits the floor next, and Doran barely gets away.
To a commanding map state. On needs to be careful, though.
Yeah, On potentially in some trouble here. Shun over the wall. Gonna give him something to jump away to. Glacial Fissure thrown down by On, the support. Now disengaging, now getting back to his team. Bin's found his way into the back. He's found Chovy. Yagao's here in the front. He's gone golden. 2 separate fights. BLG continuing to push down here on the bottom side as Doran's taken very low, and On now retreating again. Yagao's still at about 200. Doran's still about dead. Peanut has to run away and leave the clone back in the brush behind him. Both sides. Doran took about 1,000 HP. It doesn't look like that because he is the Ornn. But On also taking a slight amount of damage here. Breaker being charged. Chovy's in some trouble. Uses the stasis to keep himself alive, and now the Ornn Horn's coming through. Shun looking for a little bit of pressure as Ben's Hallowed Mist is going to keep him alive. Disengage, coming back out for BLG. GENG take a little bit of damage, but for the amount of ultis, the amount of abilities, the whip flying, there's not a lot of injured health so far. Shun backing away. Elk and On got to be careful as On's going to take a whole lot of damage here from Pays, rooted up, but now Pays could be in some trouble. One more hit for the Winter's Bite is going to set him up. They might just take him down. Yagao's after Chovy. He's barely still alive, and Yagao's got the first kill. He kites away from Peanut to stay alive. Elk continues the chase after Doran.
At this point, it is spotted, though, as they see multiple members walking over. So Doran and Peanut are here.
Nice charm. Down onto Doran. A little bit more damage, finding its way onto the tank, but that's not the guy you can target if the fight is even. Doran now getting chased down by Ben. He'll cut right through him. Ben is unstoppable, and BLG once again have a 5v4 as Chovy just now respawns and teleports to join up with the rest of the Glacial Fissure dropped by On. BLG back into the pit. Chovy tagged up the Winter's Bite. There's the charm. They want to go after Chovy. They force the ulti back out of the light, but BLG's health bars are looking bad. Guardian Angel's going to come out there from Shun, but GENG are camping the body. They take him down, and Chovy gets the credit. Pays flashes in. He wants the damage on On, but he can't quite find it. On likely to drop here next as Pays goes on a killing spree. Ben tries to fight back. Delight is down. They're going after Chovy again. Elk looks for the reset. He's trying to cut Pays. The rockets are ready to go. He's excited, and he just can't fight it. It's B. charm up Doran, but he does a good job buffering through it. Meanwhile, the engage back onto Shun. GENG go after him, but they cannot burst down the jungler. BLG ready to defend him as Elk is firing into the Drake. BLG have started up the objective. Now Yagao off to the side, has to be careful. Peanut wants to contest it. Make it a 50-50 here for the Drake. He looks to go into the pit. It's going to be secured by the side of BLG. Has been Yagao looking to keep everybody else occupied. Elk grabs a kill. They trade one back for support for jungler. But now GENG's going to go on the run. Elk is unstoppable. GENG are gone. A triple for the Jinx. Elk runs them over. And BLG are going to bring it home. Play long. GENG had an edge for so long, but the edge is blunted as BLG move on to match point.
Ben has been the difference, it feels like, for me in this series. That Gwen was unassailable. A real feast or famine comp here for BLG. You know, when you look over at their comp, when you're looking at a Vi Blitz, if you're playing from ahead, it can feel oppressive. If you're playing from behind, it starts to feel very worthless. You lose.
Jovi walks into his own jungle only to find himself right in the path of the super mega death rocket and Shun.
And that is why Shun could just stay in the pit. Ben here.
All right, the dive onto Bin here in the top lane. Peanut just casually walks on. Bellows breath there to get through most of the charm. Doran still walks a couple of feet closer just as the last little bits of that CC expire. BLG starting up the objective. Bin here on the front. Again, not afraid of getting pulled in. This is the tank. Oh, a beautiful pull! And the Kindred is down like so many times before. Shun's gonna be killed in retaliation. Chovy goes into the stasis trying to stay alive with a decimating smash. Slams him back into the earth. Now On and Ben are ready to keep on chasing as Doran barely survives with 100 HP. On brings him back. Pays flashes away. And Elk says sayonara. Back to live. Yagao getting dove. Doran and Peanut should be able to get this one done. Oh my goodness, never mind. Maybe we got ourselves a nice stasis. I believe both Jets land the charm. Means Peanut can try to get away here. Yagao finds Q1, no Q2. Oh, but here comes the Scion. Here comes the rocket. Neither one of them's even needed it.
Because he saw the Jinx rocket coming in, and now On gonna catch Delight.
Okay, Delight under pressure as Elk and On work together to take him down. Yagao with a TP in to try to make sure they've got the follow-up now at 2v2 breaking out as Doran looks to charge forward, but Elk hits him with the zap to slow him down.
Everfrost Blitz, it has become relatively popular. We see it in Pro a decent amount, and it's gonna be double Everfrost, so the lockdown is just gonna be enormous from BLG. If they ever hit one CC, they're gonna hit everything.
Yeah, lockdown, Everfrost, Blitzcrank, all super annoying. On though with a beautiful pull. Peanut forced to use the Lamb's Respite there. On with the flash to get himself out of the way of the counterattack, but Ben has blocked the exit. Peanut tries to get away. Yagao can't find the damage to kill him off, but now Delight's here on the front line, and Elk is excited yet again. Another beautiful pull from On. Pays under pressure from Ben as Peanut jumps right back into the fight. Yagao still back on the side. A triple kill back over to Elk. BLG! Being played by BLG.
I mean, Pays is just getting so pressured. Great hook.
Nice potential pick here. Shun shouldn't be able to get away. Uses the ulti to try to make some distance, but the pick is complete.
Let's see if BLG can do the same.
BLG ready to try to stop the GENG 20-minute Baron attempt. Chovy trying to back away a little bit here.
Watch
you can see Delight. Hex Flash not going to find a mark here as GENG have the Baron down to about half. Doran leads the charge. Chovy's exhausted. Yagao focused here with the very start. He's taken down. Pays gets the kill. Doran kept alive. Super Mega Death Rocket won't get any kills thanks to the Lamb's Respite. And now Ben's going to be dropped next. They take down the Scion. GENG may not have got the objective, but they win.
React to that with the Gale Force. And GENG are going to TP back in. They're going to start up the Baron again.
Shun is here, but the health bars are full once more for the GENG solo laners. The Baron begins again.
Elk is low on resources and BLG are down 2 men. The Baron is the target for the side of GENG, but Elk is legendary and Delight is already down. On trying to be the front line here, maybe look for a pick for his AD carry. Elk doesn't have the damage to meaning.
There's nothing. There's absolutely nothing for them across the river or even in the river. So GENG are now in such a difficult spot where you have to face check blind into a blitz.
Scary, scary stuff for GENG. They are 0-3 on Drakes as well, with the next one spawning in just over 90 seconds. The smallest individual mistake could effectively mean the end of the game. Here for the Korean representatives, the #1 seed from the LCK. On goes in, he tries to find the flash hook and instead FaZe is unstoppable. The punish is ready to go from GENG. Yagao dashes forward, but Delight's gonna be the target here for BLG. They're still trying to outfight him, but the Lamb's Respite keeps everybody alive. Elk is untouched, trying to find a reset. Ben goes on a killing spree. Delight is down. Now it's GENG on the run. Chovy trying to get away, but Ben is right on top of him. Despite how good it looked, GENG lose 3 and BLG get another fight.
What a tense fight once again. FaZe will take damage.
FaZe trying to get away from this. There's such low health. The shutdown. Back and forth. The marksmen are all dead. Peanut grabs the kill. He's down to 150. Jungler. Ben coming around to stop him. There's the grab. Kaboom. Shut down over to On.
Hook, line, and sinker for Baron begins. Peanut is alive, the hook.
The pull onto Doran. That would normally not be the right target, but BLG has so much damage, so much burst.
Doran's gonna die instantly.
Shun face checking. This might be the angle that GENG needs. A little bit more damage goes through and kills the enemy jungler. Doran firing the Ornn ulti from downtown. Not BLG retreat. Now they're stepping forward. Now they want to potentially find the engagement again. Ben goes in, finds the knock up there into Peanut. He drops the Lamb's Respite in time to stay alive. Chovy with the stasis avoiding the pull. Doran here in the front line as Ben is slain by Delight, but now they might be able to get one back. Doran one more auto attack and he falls. Elk is still looking. He wants to find a little bit more damage, but he can't quite get there.
They're dictating where GENG has to go.
On with a pull. Oh my god, he found Delight and instantly killed him. GENG have lost their support.
But Yagao has the perfect flank angle.
Doran gonna try to guard FaZe here. Keep your eyes on the Aphelios. They summon up the Ornn Horn. They want to get the damage here as Shun goes over the wall, tries to deal with FaZe. Now Chovy's under pressure. Can't get the kill on Elk. Shun is killed by Peanut. Elk under pressure there from the Tibbers as Chovy finally dies. Elk gets excited from that. Yagao goes in and finds the charm on the enemy top laner and Doran flashes back over the wall. Peanut's damage is not impactful. Ben can keep getting himself back as GENG.
Free base.
Shun is not alive, but BLG will not give this up without a fight.
BLG ready to challenge here on the Baron. They throw out the Everfrost Delight with a flash, but Elk's already got him killed. Doran's going to be taking the damage now. The Lamb's Respite barely keeping FaZe alive through the Super Mega Death Rocket. Doran steps under the chompers, and Elk's ready to free fire yet again. GENG lose their front line, and BLG are still chasing, but Shun marks him immediately. Just happens to be walking through the area. He goes in with the ulti. The follow-up from Yagao may have just been a mistake, but no, he barely escapes, and Elk is after Chovy. One more auto attack kills. Turrets are already taken out in the other lanes. Now they're pressuring onto the tier 3 here in bottom. Tibbers has already been summoned up. The Moonlight Vigil misses. On is below half health, but it doesn't matter a whole lot. BLG are gonna hard force it. They go in with a Vi ulti on to FaZe. They're gonna find a lot. They'll force out the Lamb's Respite as Doran takes all the damage and On grabs the shutdown on FaZe. It's over. It's done. BLG's won the clean ace as the LPL #2 seed from 5th place in the regular season takes down the best team in Korea and earns their spot in the next round.
The LPL faithful erupt here in London. The crowd is going crazy.